Coach. Yeah, obviously great first half from us. Amazing defensive intensity and high-level offensive play, and we built a big lead. And then, well, the second half was underwhelming from our side. Work started changing up their defenses, and on one hand, this gave us some issues, but I thought it was more our approach that our focus was not at the same level as it was in the first half, and then we have to also understand that this gives us good information for the second game, because they already did a lot of adjustments during the first game. So overall, very important win for us, but nothing achieved yet. We expect a much tougher game on Friday in York.
Thank you. First question.
Coach, this second half, does it bother you for the next game for Friday? The intensity, the way, a lot of turnovers you made, and you lost the pace of the game. You seem to lose the pace of the game.
I don't think how a lot of people would agree with you that there was no intensity in the second half. I think if you keep one of the best European teams in I think 33 points in the second half, this is pretty good. It was not about this. It was more about precision, like you said, both offensively and defensively, and not finishing the possessions with a rebound. So we had that, and then one thing that can never be forgotten is basketball is a make or miss game. In the first half, we are making very tough shots, and in the second half, we are missing open threes, and sometimes that affects your feeling. So I try not to make too many. Like it doesn't frustrate me or anything like this. We'll watch the video, we'll see what were the actual reasons behind it. But one of them was just slowing the tempo down maybe a little bit too early to secure the lead.
Next question. Yeah.
Coach, could you talk to us about TJ Short? It seems like it's a question every game, but he received an MVP, and so he's got a target on his back. So, are you still impressed by the way he delivers in spite of all of that?
Yeah, because it's not typical for any human being, but somebody that takes all that energy that with a lot of other people would distract them and lead them to a negative performance or put pressure on him. It seems to kind of lock him into the moment, and he takes all of that energy and puts it into his game. So it's a very rare feature. I actually wish I had that myself as a player. I was the opposite. So, but he's a unique. I've said this over and over again. He's a unique individual in many ways, and that's one of them.
Yeah.
Coach, congratulations on the win. It seems that the team is really enjoying playing defense. I mean, the way they celebrate turnovers, the way they play together. How difficult is it to get to that point, to the point that a collective enjoys playing defense so much?
Well, it's a very difficult process, because if it were, you would see a ton of teams doing it, and that's just not the case. But I don't know how many games we played this season, over 50, probably around 55 official games already, and we feel we can do it, we can still do it better, and we feel like as a group that's something that defines us. I think from the outside we are viewed as an offensive team, but within the team everybody knows that the defense and the rebounding, those are the real things that bring the consistency of results, and that's what you want to do. If you want to be a great team, you cannot rely on making shots in order to win. So we try to maximize all of the things that are kind of, let's say, less guided by luck, and defense is one of those things, rebounding is the other thing, and then if we have a great shooting night like we had in the first half, we were able to pull away from the opponent because of this. So it's very much a defining character of something that also jumpstarts our offense at the same time. So because of the cyclical nature of basketball, it's like one phase can really support the other one. And that's something I gotta say from the second half, that the 33 points for them in the second half is a really low number. It says a lot about the commitment to the defense, because there were several situations where we turned it over and they had fast break situations, etc. And we were still able to keep a very good offensive team, 33 points. So there were definitely some good things also in the second half.
Some of the books named players of their games tonight, as in like Maxime Sanache, for example. Was there a specific plan to defend the weekend, or go that?
Yeah, there's always a specific plan. There's a general template for how we do. We call it our identity and how we play, and then we let's say adjust it for each matchup and each unit, and this is obviously requires a lot of practice, because at first it can cause a very high cognitive load for the players. We want them thinking on their feet, not with their heads, and it has taken a lot of work for the guys to get to this point, that they can make great decisions on their feet and in a very fast environment, and every player has certain tendencies. That's something that I think every team looks at, and we try to exploit those. So it's very simple. You try to highlight your own strengths and then bring out the weakness in the other team. But like always, great players, they will adjust. They will see how they're being played, and they will adjust from there. So we'll have to be ready on Friday.